So this should be a fun time in the Mushroom Kingdom. Luckily, I know how to do it, so it shouldn't be too bad. But if you don't, then it's a massive pain. Norman's not wrong when he says that the future is in the tourism industry. But Ruin is also a strategic hub connected directly to the capital by water. I feel like it's important to maintain our harbor facilities. Facility style, even. Ba 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 ba. Yay! 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 That'll do for now. Got some more EP to work with at the very least. Okay. There's a truck outside. They're still cutting a tree across the street. I don't know if you can hear that, but... Uncle, you were very late. I've been waiting almost an hour now. Ah, sorry. I got a real big bite of my line out of nowhere. You gotta be kidding me. You were fishing? Inside city boundaries? Don't get so angry. I guess Lloyd is Thelma's uncle. Who's your uncle? I'm playing outside with Adgit today. And it's so much fun. What really matters is character. I've decided to vote based on which candidate proves to have the best character. Mama's been staring at that poster for a while. But the guy in the poster isn't even that cool. Now that's funny. I don't care who you are, that's funny right there. Our hotel's room service extends to taking orders from local dining establishments. One of our proud services is to allow you to enjoy the offerings from local eateries leisurely in your own room. Cool. Ba 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 ba. Welcome to Candidate Norman's election office. They're in the middle of a very critical meeting, so I'm afraid I can't let you pass. I'm sorry, but if you have business, please come back again another time. Okay. So we want to go downstairs. For now, I've taken on a part-time job to help with the election. I've just started, but I guess things are going okay. Thankfully, my dad's too busy to have much time to worry about me, it seems like. Niall and Dorothy are in here hanging out. Hello. Ah, you guys. So this triggers the secret quest. As annoying as this is, it's good. It'll be good to get this out of the way. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved our little ghost problem. Yeah, we did, but... Is Dorothy okay? She was yammering on drowsily about what happened. Once she was finished, she conked right out, so I had to put her to bed. She couldn't even stay up to listen to the 5:30 club. I'm afraid we did drag her along with us in the dead of night. Not only that, but we owe her our lives. She's earned a bit of rest. A real reporter can go a good week without sleep. But when he's got a scoop... Oh yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild. But she didn't really explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions?
Excuse me.
Sure, go ahead. Estelle gave Niall an outline of their encounter with Bublanc and answered his questions. She also gave him a modified Word document. Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a... Phantom Thief B himself is in Liberl, and he's one of those Ouroboros people. Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. What? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Niall, you know about that masked weirdo? Weirdo style. Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who caused a stir in every major city on the continent. Name a famous thief. Cops? If he wants something, he'll get it, and he always steals things with a big old show. Indeed. For a phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. Indeed he does. Cop style, even. That certainly matches the man we met beneath the schoolhouse, yes. He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so... Like I said, though, thievery is one thing, but he's also a lackey of the society. Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have use for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Isn't it, though? Niall, I'm curious. Do you intend to write an article about what happened? Nah, the Guild and the Royal Army asked me not to report on anything to do with the Society. I'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure, or something. He'll probably end up writing about one of those academic incidents. With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There is little sense in terrifying the populace with news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I see where the government is coming from. Coming from style. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Okay. I guess I could do that. Of course. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Anyway, we're off for Zeiss. Zeiss style. Ah, right. But first we gotta do this incredibly annoying quest. It's a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep, and I'd hate to disturb her. We're probably gonna end up seeing her again soon anyway, so... You know how she is. Give her our best when she gets up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. So you have to have that cutscene before this quest will trigger. If anything else crops up, let me know. Later. So cute. Meh. I bet she fell asleep watching a Lancer stream. I bet that's what happened. However the election turns out, I'll be on the job here. That's how it's been until now, and it ain't gonna change. I'm sure it won't. Alrighty then. Now we want to go back up and talk to... what's his face? Or it'll trigger a scene automatically. Either way. Hey, you guys! He was the guy that was blocking our path before, upstairs. You're bracers, right? Yeah, is something wrong? You look kind of frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Sure. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, I owe you. So, where should we go? Head to Norman's election office. It's on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. Not that complicated, sir. There's like one room. I'm telling you, I didn't do it, says Cooper. Hurry up and let me go home. I've got work to do. I want to go listen to the latest joke of the day. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the bracers arrive. Once our investigation's done, you can leave. Speak of the devil. See? Here they are. So we're basically going to be investigating a mystery that involves a lot of annoying steps. Huh. That sure was fast, Hirio. Not quite Horatio, but it'll have to do for now. Yeah, I lucked out and ran into some bracers right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on posters around the city. He's the guy that's not even that cool. One of the guys were running for mayor, I think. I'm Estelle Bright, of the Bracer Guild. I'm Sherazard Harvey, also a bracer. So let's get to it. What happened? One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. And a bunch of people lost their lunch over a sports-related injury. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious. Whew! Good to hear it. At least nobody blew chunks during a hot dog eating contest. There's nothing good about it! The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe. The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am. Right out of the blue, too. Somebody attacked him from behind like a coward. I was taking a breather on the balcony, and all of a sudden, from behind, thud. How vicious. Ouch. Sounds nasty. When did the incident occur? Give us any info that happened before and after. Sure, it happened today, just after lunch. Dunch, even. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper here had just turned up then. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman. What kind of business? Portos told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse. Indeed you did. I see. So you came to say sorry for the scuffle. Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. We'd asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him to this room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterward. I entered the room with Hirio, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Dells, unconscious on the balcony. Uh-oh. And Cooper was right there, standing over him, pointing and laughing. I mean, what? I'm trying to tell you, why does that make me the criminal? He was already out cold when I'd reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect him, given the circumstances. There was no one in this room except Cooper and Dells. Is that true? That's not true! So get your facts straight. After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You're absolutely positive. Yeah, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out to the balcony, Dells was already on the ground. And somebody had already gone through his wallet and took his Kroger card. So let me get this straight. The crime was already committed by the time you came. Is that right? Yeah, exactly. Ah, thank Adios. Finally, there's someone who gets it. In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Dells, do you remember anything? It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough. It's an election office, so that makes sense. At least we have a good idea of what's going on. The culprit behind this attack must be one of two people. Cooper, or someone who came before him into this room. We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning. Ooh, we gotta search for clues. If there's nothing else to be gleaned here, yes. If you gentlemen can think of anything else, please tell me now, or forever hold your peace. Even if it seems trivial or unimportant. Alright then, I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. Were there signs it'd been rummaged around in? Not at all. Just the opposite, in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Somebody clean the room! Huh? Is a serial killer on the loose? Is a serial cleaner on the loose? One way to interpret it would be as a disguise to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears that they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. That's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I am a traveling bard, a poetic soul, wandering the wilds, a genius Sure, but if nothing's been stolen, then isn't the idea that it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about motive. I agree. You've grown even bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at La Local was most fruitful. You're simply stunning. Olivier? Just ignore him. Now, if there's nothing else here you can tell us, we should get to questioning. Certainly. She's begun to master how to handle Olivier, I see. Good luck with the investigation. We'll come report once we have an answer. Answer style. Everybody likes the answer. Good. We're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Now, How should we go about things? I mean, this hotel is pretty big. It's best if we split into two. Estelle, go with Her Highness. I'll go with Olivier. We're lucky to have them as assistants, so let's make good use of them. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Ha! Of course! Heh, assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You sure don't miss a beat, do you? Alright, our first order of business is to gather information on the suspects. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should turn up. Should you get a clearer picture of the criminal, come back here. So once we found the criminal, go report to you? No problem. Well, let's go see what we can find out. So talking to certain people will unlock certain clues. So first you want to talk to Cooper, and that should unlock a clue. What would you like to ask about Cooper? Ask Cooper about Cooper. I'll say it as many times as you like. I only found Dells. If we'd been fighting, someone would have heard a sound. But no one said anything, did they? So that should unlock the sound clue. Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. Okay. Now we want to go down and talk to Belden down in the basement. What would you like to ask about? When Cooper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. I didn't know. He looked angry, I guess, so we unlocked the angry clue. I thought something might happen. And then, just like I thought, something happened. Okay. Now we want to go up and talk to Cooper again with the anger clue. Anger. I was angry? Pfft, that's crazy. If you're gonna say that, Hirio's attitude was way worse than mine, I think. The moment he saw me, he made me this real nasty face. Try asking around about Hirio. I bet you'll turn up some dirt. Okay. Him and Dells are rivals competing to be the number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and ended up in a tussle. Now we want to go down and talk to the innkeeper. And we want to ask about Hirio. You doubt even Hirio? He isn't the kind of person to resort to violence. Hirio is the most loyal man. He would never commit such a criminal act. Oh, yeah? Now you want to go back up, and yep, something should trigger. Oh! Are you done questioning in the office? Yes, we're done here. How about you? It's going okay, I guess. I'm still checking out stuff. Keep it up and don't get careless. Leave it to me. Leave it all to me! So now you want to ask him about Hirio again? You still doubt Hirio? Hirio is the most loyal man. He would never commit such a criminal act. He might. You never know. It's impossible for him to be the criminal. What is it? What's on your mind? If you're hiding something, you should just come out and say it. Trying to hide things will only lead to bigger trouble. I'm sorry. Feel like talking? He's hiding something! Yes, actually. I saw him. I saw Hirio on the second floor. And when was that? Right after lunch. Hirio went out with Norman, but However, shortly after that, Hirio came back and ran up to the second floor. Whoa, that's kind of important to know. Just a little bit. Estelle, I want you to pursue this lead. We'll look around here for a bit longer. Got it. Alright, so now we want to go down to the basement. Out back and talk to Murray. And ask him about lunch. About lunch? I went to eat at the Laventar today because the Taco Bell was closed. Always been in the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. The bell toll? The bell on the Langland Bridge. Remember, it rang when the bridge went up. Oh yeah! Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at certain times, see? I use it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kinda big to use in a place of a clock, though. Hey, Estelle. It might be good to ask some people about the bell toll. Huh? Why? They should be able to clearly remember the sound of a bell ring. It's true, man. It might act as a guidepost for their memory, like with Mr. Murray. Ah, I get it. Nice, Chloe. Very intellectual advice. Heh, you flatter me. Not sure what you two are giggling about, but glad I was able to help. You sure were. Okay, let's go ask around. Right. Now we want to go back and ask Ernest about the bell toll. The bell toll. The Noon Bridge Bell. Not quite Taco Bell, but it'll have to do for now. Yes, at that time, I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. Okay. The office plates were cleaned? So that means there was someone who went into the office after lunch. Indeed. While I was preparing the guest rooms, they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked at the front. Of course, exactly which kind of guest it was. I couldn't say, unfortunately. Aw, too bad. Guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. So now we want to go back and talk to Murray again. And ask him about sound. Oh, a sound? Thinking about it, I did hear a loud noise from above. Above from here? You mean the balcony? Probably around there, yeah. It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Somebody threw a punch at someone else. It was probably a Missouri fan. Can't recall exactly what I'd heard it, though. That's too bad. Still, this is all good stuff to know. Thanks, sir. And now you want to ask him about the bell toll. It was the Langland Bridge bell. We citizens of Ruin hear it on a daily basis, I'll have you know. Speaking of the sound of a bell, did you remember something? No, you asked about it a second ago, didn't you? That big sound. Ah, the sound. Like something smacking into something, right? Yeah, that thing. Well, I remember something now. That sound happened as if it were timed to the bell, at least to my ears. Timed to the bell? So basically, you heard the sound of the bell at roughly the same time as that big sound. That's not suspicious or anything. Well, if you want to make it sound all boring, yeah. If that sound was something caused by the criminal, because I'm a criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. There you go. Yeah, we should check out people we suspect. So now we want to go up and talk to Norman and ask him about the bell toll. Norman, the bell toll. When did the bridge bell ring? It went off when Hirio and I were checking out the speech site together. Hirio was there too? Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. I then asked Hirio to show him to the hotel. I see. Then it's sure. So then, Estelle, there's no connection between the sound Murray heard and Hirio. Yeah, not just Hirio, but Cooper seemed in the clear too. The sound Murray heard was just after the bell finished ringing, but both men can prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound was neither Hirio nor Cooper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being the criminal. And you want to talk to him again and ask him about cleaning up. Who could have done it? All I know is that they were cleaned while I was away. So you don't know either, sir? I'm afraid not. I don't know who it was, but I worry that I may have left them a terrible impression. Pardon? What do you mean? In truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. That's too bad. I left quite a lot of the paella I got for lunch uneaten. Yeah, so you want to make sure he mentions the paella. That's actually important. I'd requested that Ernest get me one of the special paellas in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful that was. I see. It must be really stressful to be running in an election. Now I'd want to go down and talk to Belden in the basement. Belden. And ask him about the bell toll. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? Why would anyone lie about anything? They just do. I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Okay. Now we want to go talk to Murray again. And ask him about lunch. I went to the Laventar for lunch today. Always been in the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. Sounds like a nice enough routine. You have to go through the hotel to get there though, right? Yep, that I do. I can't fly across the sea now, can I? I mean, maybe you could. Good point. So, did you see anyone in the hotel at the time? Well, Ernest was on the first floor, of course, but the rest was real quiet. Huh. There was no one there? Yeah, I'd say so. The basement and first floor were both pretty quiet when I passed through. Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Norman's son? Norman's... Oh, you mean Belden? Yeah, that's more than enough. No, it was nothing. Now we want to go back and talk to Belden. And ask him about cleaning up. Who cleaned up the dishes in the office? Dunno. I wouldn't go to that much trouble. I've been killing time in the hotel basement after lunch. Were Were you really in the basement the whole time? What? Why? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang. According to their testimony, no one was here. That can't be right. I was right here the whole time. So he can't establish an alibi. Just in case, we should probably ask around about Belden, too. Then we want to talk to Belden again. This time about lunch. After I ate lunch on the first floor, I was in the basement the whole time. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. He feeds us normal, boring stuff, then gets a special paella just for himself. Huh? Wait a sec. What? What is it this time? Did I say something weird? No, it's just... Hey, Belden, you said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate on the second floor. How did you know what Norman ate when you were on the first floor? That. I saw it afterwards, sorry, my bad. Yeah, actually I heard from someone else. I don't remember who said it, though. Now he's changing his story. Can't do that on television. Can't even do that on pay-per-view. Maybe you should investigate that next. That's so obviously suspicious. You think? Now we want to go up and talk to Norman Bates, about lunch. Yes, we ordered lunch today from the Laventar. I don't want my campaigners getting sick of eating the same food again and again, so I thought we'd try something different. Wow, it's nice of you to do that. That's as much a part of politics as the campaign itself. Indeed it is. I'll admit, my nerves have been on edge for some time now. It hasn't been easy to keep my eyes on everything day in and day out. I'm sorry to hear that. Yikes, that does sound pretty rough. Putting that aside, sir, what did you do after lunch? After lunch, Hirio and I immediately went to examine the place my speech is to be held at. Hirio had some other business to attend to first and met up with me at the site. So you left right after lunch and met up with Hirio outside. Alright, that's all I need to hear. I'm happy to have helped. Keep up the good work, you two. Alright, and now that all that's done, now we want to go down and talk to our companions, y'all? I believe we're almost done here. Let's hurry and solve this so we can enjoy a cup in celebration. Report. Do you know who the criminal is? So who's your suspect? Here you want to say Belden. The Raven Boy, is it? You have real proof, yes? First, explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. Instinct, come on, it's obvious. But you want to say fact. He has a solid alibi. Cooper was outside when the sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this, so we can say for sure it's accurate. If that was the sound of the crime being committed, then there's a very small chance Cooper is the criminal. That's a logical interpretation, and the same thing also absolves Hirio of any suspicion. Yeah, it does. Hirio met up with Norman, so we're sure. Next, you need to explain the suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? Instinct, he just is. Fact, he has no alibi. The proof is his alibi. I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Hooper and Hiro have already been cleared as the culprits, so this person remains as the final possibility. Yes, it does look that way by process of elimination. Ultimately, though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more decisive proof? I sure do. So you want to say contradiction. He knew about the special paella. I don't know if it's decisive, but something did bother me. And that the testimony about the special paella... Paella... And what's this about? Yeah, so Belden testified that he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the paella Norman ate. I mean, that pretty much tells the story there. He even knew that Norman barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Alright, I'm satisfied. In this case, we'll have to call him in and hear what he has to say first. We can't go straight to an arrest with the proof we have on hand. Okay. Got it. Ba-dum-bum-bum. How you doing? What? Why did you call me? I didn't do anything! Now, calm down. Nothing's been decided here. If you can help out with the investigation, you can go home right after. Help? Yeah, we just want you to be Frank Solich with us. Where did you go after lunch? Like I said, I was in the basement. Just to warn you, as long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here. He's a lying liar that lies, didn't you know? You weren't in the basement the whole time. We already know that. If you didn't do anything wrong, then you should be able to be honest and tell the truth. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Or is the truth too scary to admit? They used the wrong "to" there, but I digress. Yeah. Fine, I'll talk. Today, after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? So the person who returned the plates to the front was... Yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up. While I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but... I didn't think that'd happen. Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You just cleaned up after, right? Well, why does that have anything to do with the case? I've got an idea. Yeah, actually... This should be good. I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on Dells? Wisconsin Dells, even. It has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself. Go on, explain. Yeah, well, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. But since I'd tidied up a lot of stuff, the room is real dusty. I thought I'd open the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I I didn't have any choice. So I kicked the door as hard as I could. Oh. Wait, you mean the door? Yep, it's exactly what you think. That door is the criminal that knocked out Dells. The door was the culprit the whole time! That bastard door. Who's ready to go to jail? The door flying open slammed right into the back of your head. In other words, the truth of the case is an unlucky accident. Basically. Not a happy little accident either. What? So then... I'm innocent, right? Seems like it. Whew! Man, oh man. Finally, free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gone nearly this far. I'm sorry. Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He's just a kid, you know. He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. As the victim here, I'd just like to forgive and forget. It's already clear that this was all a misunderstanding. He got defeated by a door. How sad is that? Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful when opening doors in the future if he could. Dells, I'm really sorry. And you too, Cooper. You almost got turned into a criminal. Woo! You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear, and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things. Thank goodness. And that is our report. Bracers, I'm sorry for today. It seems we've taken up a great deal of your time over just a big mistake. Pretty much. No, don't worry about it. This is part of the job, too. Well then, pardon us. Thank you guys so much. Really, I'm very sorry. Take care. Now that that's out of the way. Whew! That can be a real pain, especially if you don't know what to do. Whew! Well, that's done and over with, finally. I wouldn't have dreamed it would end like that, though. Truth is always stranger than fiction. It's true. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment. You didn't do a damn thing. Also true. Oh, but I really appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. I'm always happy to help. There's no need to thank me, though, Estelle. Right. I guess you two are our support staff already, aren't you? Indeed. We'll have you do what needs to be done. Alright, let's head out. Next up is the Zeiss region. Quest Election Office Assault completed. Finally. And that's over and done with.